What's up, Sports Talk? David, JerseyMan, we're picking here again. Talking about Week 11 preview of the sport of our usually our Big 12 conference preview blogs. Today I'm doing it on video, a lot quicker. I do have game night on Thursdays in regards to get ready for a tournament in December for more comment. As we learned last week, Oklahoma State defense showed up. They showed up the team as part of the November to remember for the Big 12 as the round robin table continues this week. We also learned the committee is still not in favor of the Big 12. They still say we still have to see more games with the Big 12. This week's matchup, the game of the week, is Baylor at Oklahoma in Waco. I mean, it's game of the week for everybody. For once, ESPN has college game day in the Big 12 neighborhood. Should be like that next week with Oklahoma State in Baylor next week, but hopefully we'll see how this week's go. Key matchups for the Baylor game basically who's going to stop whom first? Can Baylor stop the running game and the air assault of Oklahoma, or is Oklahoma going to stop Coleman, the best receiver in the nation right now? Basically, whoever plays the better defense wins. That's how it was last week with TCU and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State proves that they do have the best defense in the nation, and we'll see who has the better defense of the two between Oklahoma and Baylor. Now, this game is at Waco, which does give Baylor somewhat advantage. But on the other side, Oklahoma has been basically unbeatable since they lost to Texas. And yet, they punished Oklahoma for a loss against Texas and not punish any other team like that. Basically, we still got some questions about Baylor's backup quarterback right now in regards to can he be basically JT Barrett or Cardale Jones of Ohio State of last year? Can he step up and play those big games and win it? Way it looks like so far, yes. I mean, yeah, they played at Kansas State. Kansas State usually is a good team at home, as they proved against TCU earlier this year. This will be a much bigger test against Oklahoma, who is second in the nation in sacks. I think first is Oklahoma State. Surprise, surprise. But let's see who has the better offense. Roger Piron's finally coming back together with his backup Mixon. Baker Mayfield's finally getting his group back after the Texas loss. Let's see how these teams fare out. I do have Baylor winning. I say 56. 51 or 52, shall I say, and a nail biter to the end. I mean, yeah, there's going to be no defense involved, but you might see a pick six here and there. That counts as defense, but I do have Baylor win 56-52 final. No really upsets of the week this week. Most of the schedule looks favorable at a lot of teams, but also the middle of the pack teams look good as well. We'll start off from time frame wise. 12 o'clock on Saturday, Texas at West Virginia on ESPNU. Battle of slightly average to above average West Virginia versus a Texas team that's been struggling. Charlie Strong rode off the high on Oklahoma win. They expect them to win more, then all of a sudden they get shut out by Iowa State. West Virginia's to take this care of this, no problem. I say 42-28 type of deal. You know, Texas might hang in there for a half and West Virginia to take it away. Then after that game at 12 o'clock as well, number 15 TCU playing Kansas at TCU on Fox Sports 1. TCU should bounce back no problem against a Kansas team that's ready for basketball season even before football season even started. TCU easily, I say about 56-10, maybe. Next up at 3:30 Eastern on Fox Sports 1, right after the TCU game, Kansas State at Texas Tech. Once again, battle of the middle teams. Pat Mahomes looking to continue to bounce back after losing the heartbreaker to Oklahoma State. Barely winning against, I think it was a win against West Virginia. Let me check up on that real quick. Actually, West Virginia won a no-biter as well. So it's two disappointing losses for Tech. Looking to bounce back against the Kansas State, who gave Baylor a run for their money. Kansas State goes either way. They play real close or they get blown out. Same for Texas Tech. They play real close or they get blown out. Both of these teams don't have a middle ground. They don't win it close or they lose it big. So I say go ahead. I'll give the slight edge to Tech with their offense with Jameel Grant as a good slot receiver, good returner. I do expect him to play on Sundays in the slot position, kind of like a Desperate Clutcher or a D'Anthony Thomas type of role. I do give Texas Tech, I say 49-31 over Kansas State. Then at 3:30 as well on ESPN, my Cowboys, Oklahoma State ranked 8th at Iowa State. For the Cowboys, really, they gotta be like, look, we can't have what happened in 2011. I was at school during that time. Very disappointing loss. Basically, got us not in the national title game against LSU. Gave the Alabama, surprise, surprise. But Oklahoma State, they gotta stay focused. They can't look past this game and look forward towards Baylor. They gotta focus at Iowa State. They need to take care of business in this game in order to stay in the playoff contention. So I'll say Oklahoma State 42, Iowa State 21, maybe 28, depending on what the score is after half. Basically, these games do matter, especially Oklahoma, Baylor, TCU, Kansas, and Oklahoma State, Iowa State, in regards to the playoff race, the Big 12 race. Next weekend it's gonna get a lot interesting. It's gonna get really good. I expect good games out of that. But right now, the Oklahoma Baylor do post game threads, guys. It's just gonna be a good game. You're gonna see high scoring game, which a lot of people love to see. People are like, well, they got no defense, but I love seeing them score 50, 60 points, seeing who's going to stop whom in this. That's what I got for tonight. These are my scores and predictions. I'll come back on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, depending on what's going on with me in regards to my reaction of the top 4 again, seeing where the Big 12 places at. This is the JerseyMan, and he's signing out.